Welcome to Road to Billions podcast, the mentality of an entrepreneur. With your host, Moise Bertrand.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It is your host, Moise Bertrand, the Road to Billions podcast. We're in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, you guys. It's an amazing experience. I got here 2 days later than I was intending to get here due to visa implications because they sent it too late, but it doesn't matter. I just wanted to come to Brazil. I just wanted to be out here. I just want to experience life to the fullest, and I'm able to do that, you guys, talking to you guys, giving you guys the real deal, real estate spill in these podcasts. But most importantly, I'm just thankful to God, man, because, I always dreamed about coming to Brazil. And, I'm a solo traveler. So me coming here solo traveling, I met so many amazing people. People from all walks of life. Like I said, people are just all over the place. And I was just grateful enough to just be here and experience this, as a person of color and a person of like a visitor. You know what I'm saying? Someone from Miami, coming from Liberty City, now is not the hood no more. It's gentrified, but at one point it was the hood. And my dream was to always travel the world. You know what I'm saying? I was always amazed by planes and all that good stuff. And man, it's just an amazing experience. You get what I'm saying? And being here, I was able to go to the beach. I'm going right back to the beach. I'm on my balcony right now, just smoking a cigar. I always got to get me a cigar in any country I go to. Smoke me a nice cigar. I had a couple good foods this afternoon. Well, earlier today. It's 2:38. I went on the favela neighborhood, which was definitely dope. I went both at nighttime for a club and, morning time for a tour. Two different experiences, two different lifestyles, two different walks of life. You know what I'm saying? Between the morning crew and the night crew. So if you went to the favela, you already know what I mean. There's a lot of gangsters out there. Definitely real gangsters, man. Ain't nothing to play with. But nonetheless, they were respectful. They was very much cool. They didn't really cause any problems with us. I'm thankful because it could get real ugly up there. But other than that, man, I'm just thankful to be here talking to you guys and giving you guys the experience. I would recommend if you're young, man, travel as much as possible because a lot of you guys may start having families and having a spouse and having kids. And, that could really restrict you from doing certain things, you know what I'm saying, that you would normally have done by yourself. And me as a person, I don't really wait on nobody. I'm gonna keep it real. You know what I'm saying? But I do love to experience life with someone, right? And I feel like that amazing person will come sooner or later down the line. She'll meet me halfway. But when I say halfway, I mean like she knows I love to travel. She's gonna be my travel partner as well. But other than that, man, life is all about experiences and making memories. I was able to ride motorcycles and I'm going surfing tomorrow morning at 4:30 to 7:30 a.m. watching the sunset come up. I was going to go to Christ the Redeemer, but it's just so packed. It's just so crazy out there, bro. So I'm just really just eating, drinking coffee, eating, coffee, eating. So I'm definitely grateful, you know what I'm saying, that I'm able to just really experience this with you guys and paint the picture of where I'm at. Rio de Janeiro is a beautiful place. They said the weather's going to be bad. Don't listen to these people. It was hot all week, hot all night. Probably like 1, 2 a.m. It kind of cool a little bit, but when you start getting some copperhinas in your system, the Brazil official drink, oh my God. First and foremost, that drink is a 20 out of 10. But it's an amazing experience just to even try that drink, right? And it's such a good drink. It's not too strong, it's not too strong depending on who makes it. But I had some strong ones, and I'm not going to lie to you. One good one will knock you down. So it's like that's the way it could come about. But nah, other than that, man, like I said, I'm grateful that I'm here. I'm grateful that I was able to really experience this way of living and really get a chance to really see life for what it is, man. I told God to bless me abundantly to a point where financially I'm not restricted by traveling. You know what I'm saying? I would never be restrained by my finances when traveling. Finances would never be a thing with me. And I speak these things to existence because my life is really like this. Like, my life is really a movie. If you guys listen to my first episode, I talked about sleeping on the air mattress, not knowing what I was going to do in my life. And a few years later, here I am traveling the world. You know what I'm saying? Aruba, Cancun, places that I've never been before. I'm here. And I'm able to experience that, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm going on a hike, I believe Wednesday or something like that. Just experiencing the all walks of life. And I feel like the biggest thing with life is that you got to just go for it, right? You just can't wait on nobody to give you permission on things because waiting around never gets nothing solved. I'm a solution-based person, right? I'm all about action. I box too, so I don't really get into people who be arguing, talking all this shit, talking, running their mouth. I'm not into that. We boxing. We talk it out. We talk it out. We travel. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? You start a business, let's do the shit. I'm tired of talking, man. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. But I'm not a gangster, man. I'm a very peaceful guy. I just know how to turn that switch up, man. I feel like you got to have that discernment everywhere you go, obviously, and have a good head on your shoulders if you're traveling miles away from home. I'm in a whole different country, whole different area code. The only thing that separated me and my family right now is a phone. You know what I'm saying? I don't know my way around here, but I'm able to be able to communicate via translate on Google. Unfortunately, guys, sorry to all my Brazilians, I was not able to fully digest the Portuguese language because I did buy this ticket a week before coming here. It was just a random last minute trip. But I made it happen, man. I got my B&B here in downtown Central. I wasn't able to stay in Ipanema or Copacabana. Why is that? I booked my Airbnb too quick, not realizing I picked the wrong location. But everything happens for a reason because I'm able now to just walk up the street and still have that same experience. I feel like people who don't travel places, they always want to make people feel scared. Oh, don't go there by yourself. Oh, it's dangerous. It's gangsters. Don't pull your phone out. Well, some of that is true, but I feel like if you walk with the spirit of peace and you don't come with that bullshit and shenanigans, shit problem won't find you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a passport bro, so I feel like that automatically eliminates me from shit that niggas usually go through, getting robbed, getting drugged by women. So I'm not really into that. Because I do practice semen retention, you guys, and I feel like my energy being hoisted by some random stripper or prostitute, I feel like it goes against my guidelines and morals as a man. You know what I'm saying? I do feel like I gotta really embrace my sexuality, embrace my semen, embrace what I have going on, and I can't really get too much into fooling around with different women, especially with Brazil having HIV. You know what I'm saying? That's a real big thing out here. But like I said, God is giving me my life force, and He replenished it in me, so I just can't be out here wasting it unless I'm ready to procreate. So I really done matured in that aspect of life as a man. I still get urges, obviously. We all want to do some, crack some shit, have some sex. But it's just life, you know what I'm saying? That comes with just being a person. And all that is human, right? It's all about just disciplining yourself so you don't lose yourself in that process. Don't indulge in the worldly things that this world has to offer, right? Indulge in the spiritual things, and then this world will be opened up to you like an oyster. Then you could pick from it, right? And I met some real nice people, man. Met some real solid people. Met some other solo travelers who've been on their grind. And shout out to them. I respect it. But I really just be on my own, bro. And I want to say shout out to my sister as well, who's been supporting me through all my entrepreneurship journey. Like I said, the first person who believed in me, other than my parents, was my sister, telling me you could do it, you could do this and this, that. And I really just stuck through it with real estate. And real estate been up and down, but that's life. You know what I'm saying? All about how fast you get up after you get knocked down. And I want to forgive everybody who did me wrong, right? It's not in their spirit to do me wrong. It was a bad believing it. I don't even know how to say it, but weird energy on them that coerces them to be jealous, to be envious of me sometimes, to speak ill of me. But I rebuke that. I don't take none of that to heart. I don't make that my identity. You know what I'm saying? I just rebuke it. I just don't listen to it. And I feel like for those who do have bad and negative things to say to me about me, keep it to yourself, because I don't really care. Take it up with God. He knows your story. But I feel like God blesses me abundantly to a point where I'm a blessing to show to people, and I'm also a testimony, right? Because a few months ago, I was going through a refinance situation, and I really couldn't panic because I really almost got into some shit where the house was going to go and not be able to refinance into the 30-year loan due to discrepancies, like I said, taxes and my credit. They found something on my credit that didn't have nothing to do with my credit. It was just a problem that wouldn't come off my credit. So they was giving me a lot of pushback on that. But I prayed to God, man. I prayed to God for 90 days straight, even though I always been praying. But this was one of those prayers, man. I told God every day, listen, get me out of this. And I'm always make sure people know your name. So when I make these podcasts, when I make these episodes, I give thanks to God. I don't give thanks to Moist. I give thanks to God because He allowed me to see these things. He allowed me to speak to you guys with life. He allowed me to motivate you guys, for everybody who's listening to me from around the world. I'm no different from you. I just never gave up. I'm just continually to chase my dreams, regardless of what circumstances are thrown against me, right? It was some nights, man, I didn't eat for 4 or 5 days in a row. And I couldn't tell my sister that. I didn't want her tripping and shit. I was just saving money for rent, gas, to do the rehabs and on my houses. And, I still have to go through certain periods of my life where things may not be glamorous, but I have to think about it when it wasn't glamorous at all, right? And then how far I came. And that's the blessing in the journey. Is an amazing journey, right? And I feel like once you really indulge in yourself in success and you really get a taste of luxury and you really get a taste of financial freedom, you always want to chase that feeling, right? It becomes a high. And you don't want to become stagnant in anything you do. Clean your room, clean your car, get that car wash, get that oil change, get your hair cut, get your nails done. Like I came up here and I got a pedicure done, feet and nails. I didn't get a pedicure done in so long and I felt really clean now, right? Because I've always been getting haircuts and retwists, but that pedicure would do something to you, man. And I'm telling guys, just clean up. There's nothing wrong with getting your feet done and nails done, right? You want to clean up, and women see that. They pay attention to how I do hygiene in, and I'm very much big on that. Just taking care of myself. But other than that, man, the city don't sleep. Brazil don't sleep. Rio don't sleep. There's a lot of beautiful women out here. A lot of beautiful faces. Everybody out here just cool. I would say it's a real community out here, right? It's real family based. Everybody is out here from the youngest 5-year-olds to 90, looks like, is out here in the streets, walking and roaming, enjoying out to 3, 4 a.m. And they built the tolerance against sleep, man, I believe, because it ain't no way I'm sleepy at 12 and then these guys out here, they leaving 2 a.m. to go into the street, right? And they up till 7 a.m. So I'm gonna really be out one of these days. I might be going to the club tourist area today, Playa de whatever they said, just to see how that's going. You know what I'm saying? I just got to see what that's about, what that's talking about. But I do want to get out, experience life to the fullest, and I'm doing that. And I feel like once you start putting that in your forefront of life, things start working out for you, bro, tremendously. I don't know how to say it, but you got to hold on to your semen. And you got to really manifest the things you want. Like me, bro, I'm finna drop an ebook and I'm finna drop expat for real estate. I'm gonna drop how to buy your first house with no money down, how to buy houses for dummies. You know what I'm saying? How to buy real estate for dummies. Like broken homes equals riches. You know what I'm saying? Like abandoned houses equals riches. I'm dropping these ebooks. I'm working on it. I'm about to go ahead and start typing shit up and getting things going. But I want you guys to really understand, like, me giving you guys these courses is not to make money. It's to get you guys in a realm of saying, okay, if I'm gonna spend $30,000 a year on school, why not spend $100 on this ebook? Why not spend $200 on this? Why not spend $40 on this? Why not spend $50 on this? And by the time you look it up, you spend $2,000 to make 6 figures in a year. And that's what's wrong with people. People don't look at shit like that. People will go get their real estate license because they think the first thing that's going to happen is they're going to sell homes. And that's not the case. You still got to be marketable. You still got to be brand. But once you have the knowledge of knowing how to buy homes, flip homes, you don't need a job, right? You just need a formula that's working for you. It doesn't matter what's working for everybody else. Some people build, some people flip homes, some people only wholesale, some people only do Airbnb. Whatever you do, everybody has their own lane. And I feel like once you know your own lane, you have to become a master in it, right? You become a master and you kind of really go hard in it. And many times, like I said, I felt like the truth is beginning anything is hard. And when you look at someone who's already been doing it, it's kind of intimidating, but you have to look at them like, damn, I remember at one point they didn't know shit neither, and someone put them on, or they was able to be disciplined to learn. So I got a mixture of both, learning and reading a lot of books. And I was able to free my mind into a lot of things that most people get captivated in, like I said, money, success. They get this high and they think it's supposed to just forever be something, and that's not the truth. The truth is you got to keep things up. You want that nice car, you got to keep working hard. You want that nice apartment, you got to keep working hard. You want to have these trips, you got to keep working hard. You want to have a beautiful skincare, you got to eat good, you got to think positively, right? You want real relationships, you got to be that person that you see in everybody else. And you just got to be that person showing up every day, good, bad, or ugly, right? I had a dude when I was printing out something at FedEx. I didn't have no money, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I spent all this money on just getting appraisal done and getting this done and getting this done. When I really had the chance to go print stuff out, I didn't have enough money to print out the paper, bro. And this was like, 3 weeks ago? And here I'm in Rio now, like, abundantly. You know what I'm saying? Not caring about what I'm spending. Well, I do care, but, freely, right? And I couldn't even print out a $5 like pre-authorized on my debit card. And it wasn't that because I was fucked up. It was because I spent so much money trying to get out of a refinance loan that I depleted all my options and I exhausted all my options. I have an episode called Exhaust All Your Options, right? And that's pretty much the saying, when your back is against the wall, that's when miracles happen. That's when God opened up doors of resources and allies that will come out of the woodworks. Like, you would not know where these people come from. And it's only up to you to identify these people, right? It's only up to you to identify the things and places that are made to you only when you exhaust all your options. And I feel like that's one of the biggest things I kind of, speak to you guys about, just working to the end, working till there's no more to be worked on. And when you feel like you tried everything, you done everything, that's when God opened up the doors of success to you. And I do believe that wholeheartedly in the name of Jesus, you know what I'm saying? So bless those who understand my message. And if you don't understand it yet, you're going to get it over time. You're going to be like, damn, I haven't tried that yet. When you try that and it don't work, that's when the success comes, right? And you got to keep trying. It's perseverance. It's a beautiful experience when you really see yourself persevere through the hardship, through the worries, through the troubles, through the heartaches, through the times of not being in perfect condition and health and spirituality. And you understand you always have that root you come back to, and that's God. And I feel like a lot of people have to experience that. But nonetheless, man, I'm in Rio de Janeiro, man. Like I said, I'm going to go catch the sun. I'm going to go get on the beach and drink some more caipirinhas and try to get some food in my system, man. But I'm grateful to be here, you guys. I'm grateful to be able to give you guys this experience. I'm going to try to record a podcast each and every day. I actually had another podcast that I recorded another episode, but it was too personal. Like, it was too crazy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm going to release that one in the vault. I don't know if I'm going to release this one. So I'll see which one, when I come back to my laptop. My laptop, I don't have the adapter piece. You know what I'm saying? I had to barter services. I had to pay this dude. I had to fill this dude car up. Not that I had to, but it was the best thing for me to do to try to get his charger. I didn't have an iPhone charger, and my phone was on 2%. And I left the B&B, man, and I went out into the outside world, and I was like, I'm going to find me a charger. You know what I'm saying? No translation, no nothing. All I could show is people my phone and my charger that I had on me, and I told them I needed an adapter piece, and I was able to find this man who was with his girlfriend at the time. He embraced me like a brother, and he really gave me a ride to and from the gas station. Dropped me back off to my B&B. I filled his tank up for his gas, for his charger, and I promised and he promised, and we locked in. You know what I'm saying? That's real love right there. That's real solid friendship, and I appreciate him for doing that. So shout out to bro. But other than that, man, it's amazing people. Like I said, this place has so much to offer. And if you haven't came to Brazil as of yet, come out here, man. I know Sao Paulo is another place for me to visit, so I'm gonna double back to Brazil and obviously get a chance to go out there. But I just want you guys to understand, man, all this shit is for you guys out here, right? This is not something for you to take lightly. Traveling is a luxury, but it doesn't have to be luxurious if you understand that God is going to give you all your desires of your heart. And if you understand that luxury is just a thing that you will want, and it's not something you will need, right? It's just going to be given to you depending on what you want out in life. Some people want love. Some people want money. Some people want freedom. Some people want, I don't know, companionship. Some people want friendship. Some people want business. Some people want whatever people want. You got to understand it's all available to you, bro. And God knows your heart, and he's going to give you what your heart desires at the right time, perfect timing, in the right place. So you just got to keep your frequency high. Speak your truth. Don't be afraid out here to speak your truth. Be positive. You know what I'm saying? Meditate, pray, put him first. At the end of the day, put God first. And just watch the world open up to you, man. And the world is your oyster. And like I said, whatever a man thinks, he becomes. And the Bible talks about that. So I believe I'm a very rich man, rich before 30, millions before 30. I don't care who feels, intimidated by that. I don't care who want to speak down on it and think otherwise. It's not for you to think otherwise. It's for me to know. It's for me to embrace, right? And once you start learning certain things about yourself, you start opening doors up to new avenues of success, miracles, and most importantly, God. And you're going to get downloads, you're going to get nudges, you're going to get your intuition heightened, things that's going to work itself out for the better. And you're going to continue just chasing your dreams and things that's going to open up the way you needed to open up. So once again, like I told you guys before, I appreciate you guys for listening to Roll the Billions podcast. We're in Rio de Janeiro, baby. We living life to the fullest, man. I'm 28 and I'm living life to the fullest. God has blessed me, and I want the same for you guys. So once again, I appreciate you guys for listening to Roll the Billions podcast. Subscribe, rate this podcast. Listen to my other episodes, rate and review, share it, man. Tell other friends about it. Tell your girlfriend, tell your boyfriend, tell your husband, tell your wife, tell your yeah. You get me? And that's like in Portuguese, obrigado. I believe that says thank you. I believe so. If it's wrong, then scratch that. But other than that, I appreciate you guys, and I'll catch you guys another time. Another day in Rio de Janeiro, man, in Brazil. I told you guys I'm going to continue adding to this episode and all that good stuff. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the first portion, as you guys can hear, and I'm going to merge it with this one. And then it's going to kind of go into, like, you know, whatever's going to go into. I don't know. I'm not an engineer or nothing like that, but shout out to the engineers who know how to work that move with this, you know, vocals. But I'm grateful to be out here, man. It's Tuesday morning. I was supposed to, man, I feel so sad because I was supposed to go surfing today at 5 a.m. And I got so sick last night. Like, all of a sudden, I just got so sick, nose running, sore throat, just a lot of shit going on. And I just never was able to get up. I got up at 4 a.m., but my body just told me, don't even try to go out there. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like one thing a lot of people have to realize is your body knows a lot of things before you do. And I looked at it like, well, whatever. I'm not going to leave because it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I got to experience some things that I will never get to experience in life. And I'm just able to talk about it, right? So yesterday we went to a festival called Sandro de Palo, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if that's how you spell it or not. But we went out there, and it was an amazing experience. We left around 12 o'clock, 12:30. I met an amazing group of people who I was able to, you know, link up with and just talk numbers with, and then talk about experiences, you know what I'm saying? All from all walks of life. And excuse me, guys, it was just a moment, you know, to be very much appreciative of how far I came as a person, an entrepreneur, as a man. And I was able to talk to them about my experience in real estate and just being an entrepreneur. And, you know, it was some people in the group who also knows that same feeling of entrepreneurship. And I felt seen, and they felt seen, and we felt heard. And we definitely bonded over that. And I was able to give them a few pointers about the things I use to accelerate my business, to keep myself on track, and then the positive mindset I get myself into when things may not be going as positive as I wanted to be. But I'm able to just give those experiences because I feel like I lived 1,000 lives. And it was a lawyer as well who I met from UK, amazing gentleman. He used to live in Papua New Guinea Island, right? And it was because I looked at the TikTok on that island, and it was like dudes with spears and things across their nose, and they kill people, and cannibalism. He said they don't have that no more. But I'm like, yo, I think you got to go look back again because they said they was going to eat the reporter. And if you hear me sniffing a lot, you guys, just like I said, I came down with a cold and stuff, so I'm just now recovering. I'm gonna give me some coffee and shit. I just been drinking too much Copperhinas, man, so I'm just gonna slow down a little bit to this evening. You know what I'm saying? Not too crazy, something slight. But yeah, man, it was just an amazing experience. I got to really experience just talking to different people. And him as well, he just gave me his experience growing up. He said there was no color, no race. And he said it's kind of crazy how when you get older, now everybody's categorized. But when you're younger, you don't give a fuck about that shit. Like, you see a man as a man, you see a woman as a woman. Yeah, some people live in mansions, some people live in huts, but we don't look at them like no different. And that's what society has to be, right? So like I told you, I went to the favelas yesterday, and those people have, you know, it's an extreme environment out there. I would not recommend you going out there by yourself like everybody tells you. Like, it's really like that out there. And you just want to be respectful and understand that these people may not have everything, but they have community, they have family, they have brotherhood, they have sisterhood. And I really embrace that about them, right? Everybody's in a clique, everybody's in a circle, everybody's bonded up. But it's like he could go to his house and he could rock with him as long as he understands the rules and regulations of that place. And these guys govern their own neighborhoods, right? I'm talking about a neighborhood of over 300,000 people. This is their mini city that they govern. And you got to be very much appreciative of that because, like I said, things could go left quick if they wanted to. But like I said, I went to this Sandro de Pod party yesterday, and there was a lot of things going on over there. A lot of kissing, a lot of people out here looking at each other in the eyes, a lot of bumping into each other, a lot of crowded spaces. But, you know, I went for the experience, right? Amazing tour guide who just took us through the whole history of why that place started, what's the meaning of it, what's the behind it, you know, slavery and all that good stuff. And it was funny because every time she kept saying slavery, she kept looking at me. I'm like, yo, like, I know I'm the only black one here, but come on now. You don't got to keep looking at me every time they say slavery. Like, come on, G. Like, I'm Haitian and stuff. We kind of got ourselves out of that situation, but we were in that situation, but you don't got to keep looking at me and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I was just laughing in the back of my mind. There's nothing against her, though. I just felt like she unintentionally did it. So that was an experience. And like I said, I got home around like 12:30, 12 o'clock. I took a motorcycle. I've been taking motorcycles a lot more because the Ubers are getting jammed up in traffic, and a place that would normally take me about 10 minutes to get to, when traffic gets hit around 5, 6 o'clock, man, it's going to take you an hour, 45 minutes. So I realized taking a Uber was the best thing. I mean, a motorcycle was the best thing for me to do, especially with the whole saving time and all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? That was definitely an experience. But them shits go crazy, bro. You know, cutting through traffic, running red lights. I don't even know if there's any rules around here. I don't even know how they even determine when to go, when not to go. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm sitting back realizing like these guys don't have a green light. They have a red light, but it seems like the motorcycles scoot up and they leave and the cars follow them. So I don't know if they wait for people across the street. I don't know, man. Brazil's a different place, but my tour guide definitely told us like Rio and Sao Paulo is two different places. Sao Paulo is more upscale and stuff like that. People take their dress code real serious. You can't be walking around with flip-flops. And I'm loving it because I like to walk around with sandals every once in a while and stuff like that. Not all the time, but you get me? I like to do it most of the time. And, in Sao Paulo, they said it's not like that. You know what I'm saying? So she definitely told me if you do visit, you won't get the same experience that you have out here. There, you still have fun, but it's not the same experience. And I definitely understood what she was saying. But like I said, I love the Brazilian people. I love how they just bond over food, music, dancing, and just culture, right? It's something that I feel like a lot of other countries have to embrace because we have a lot of people who don't really understand that traveling opens your eyes up to new perceptions of life. And with opening those up, you're able to embrace new identities of yourself and understand new parts of yourself, right? I solo travel, so I'm very much confident in my skills and capabilities to find out solutions to obstacles, and I'm able to walk around and feel like I'm having the time of my life despite me being alone. But when I meet other people, I no longer am alone. So that's why I'm telling you guys, you got to travel. And if you travel one time solo, you might fall in love with it because I get up when I want to, I leave when I want to, I eat what I want to, I spend how much money I want to. And I do want to travel with a shorty one of these days, a beautiful woman, obviously, if she's blessed enough to, come in my life and I'm blessed enough to receive her. But at the end of the day, right now, I'm just young and turned. You know what I'm saying? I'm a young bachelor. We living life to the fullest. So I definitely have that in my forefront. But like I said, I got both perspectives from the married couples who was in a group yesterday. A woman yesterday told me she was on her third marriage, but she did tell me that what she learned was that don't ever compromise yourself for everybody else. Like, don't put yourself away just to appease the feelings of others. And I do have a problem doing that every once in a while because, I do want my partner to be happy, and that comes at the extent of me suffering in silence. And I no longer do that, man. I'm just going to tell you what it is, and we're going to figure it out. And if we can't figure it out, may blessings be upon you, and we're going to have an amazing journey solo, separately. We're going to find who we're going to find. We're going to link back up. And if we link back up, I may not link back up with you because I don't double back. But I don't know why I said that. But yeah, we're just going to find ourselves, in our separate journeys. And I'm thankful I was able to tell God just to continue to open my eyes up to traveling, allow no financial restraints to restricting me from seeing the world, seeing things for what it is, traveling and spending as much money as is possible, and being this abundant mindset. You know what I'm saying? I love being out here, you guys. I just really love it. And I feel like more than likely I probably might move out here real soon. You know what I'm saying? Who knows what the future holds. But at the end of the day, man, I'm thankful for everybody who's been listening on the podcast, tuning in, subscribing, leaving reviews, showing love, DM me, telling me how much they love it, how much information I gave them. I may not be perfect, you guys, but I'm going to tell you guys the real deal, real estate spiel. And I'm going to tell you guys everything, man. And I feel like a lot of people need to hear stuff like that when they're on their journey. If you're starting a business, keep at it, because you have much time to build on that catalog. If you haven't started a business yet, but you want to leave your job, start it, man. It don't have to be as humongous as you want it to. $50 a month could turn into $10,000 a month real fast if you just stay consistent and have a plan just to make that happen. So I tell everybody, man, just continue to work hard. Regardless of what people say about you, keep that negative energy out your way. Keep that negative thoughts out your head. Only positivity. Wrap yourself up with greatness and be around people who love you for you and not for what you have. And I feel like that's one of the biggest things. So shout out to my sister who always been embracing me for whatever I've been doing in life. She always been talking life into me, and I just want her to have the most amazing career that she has in life and the most abundance that she ever received. And may God bless her heart desires as well. And for everybody else who listens to this podcast as well, may God bless your heart desires and give you the things that you want and you desperately yearn for. You know what I'm saying? Because we all yearn for something. At the end of the day, we all want something, really. And whatever it is, if it's privately, if it's something that people know, just make sure you keep that forefront of that image and that visualization and understand that God is going to give you the things you want as long as you have faith and you stay at it. So once again, I appreciate you guys for listening to Road to Business podcast, man. It's been an amazing journey. You guys stay tuned for my other parts. I'm going to be making more Rio parts and everything like that. So, like I said, I'm just making, I'm capturing the energy out here, right? I love to make the podcast when I'm out here to capture the energy, the essence. You know what I'm saying? I'm on a cigar. I'm smoking a cigar right now on my balcony, and I'm just looking at the mountains, bro, from where I'm sitting at on the balcony. And I just love to just make a podcast when I'm here. And I understand what artists say. They like to make music in different countries because they like to capture that energy. They like to capture the culture. They like to capture that atmosphere. And, you know, the ether gives you certain things to go ahead and use that to your advantage, right? God gives you certain things to use to your advantage and whatever you use in life. Just use it for the greatest, highest good, right? And for me, it was communication. It's for me to motivate you guys through this podcast, be able to talk to you guys about real shit, give you guys like, you know, cutthroat truth. You know what I'm saying? For the people I met yesterday, man, I appreciate you for even showing love by taking care of my meal, my food, my drinks. I just want to give you a big shout out to everybody who took care of my ticket yesterday. I still would have took care of it, but it's just a blessing when people could take care of things for you. You know what I'm saying? Who doesn't like free stuff? You know what I'm saying? I love free shit. So I just want to give a shout out to you guys who was at the bar crawl yesterday with me, man. And other than that, man, may much success find everybody who listens to this podcast, who just discovered this podcast. May you continue to live life to the fullest. Don't feel like you're behind in life when other people are doing quote unquote better than you, or you compare yourself to it. Don't look at yourself like, damn, I don't know what I want to do, because at one point, like I told you guys, I was in my master's program and I felt like I was dying on the inside. And now the people who are in these programs and who have these jobs that I was supposed to be in, they're dying on the inside. I can see it on their face, man. Like, it's like they see my life and they want to live freely. And I'm like, you only can live freely if you're ready to sacrifice. If you're not ready to sacrifice that salary for your dreams, you can't do this shit. Like, you can't be out here wilding. You know what I'm saying? Doing shit that you don't want to do. I mean, doing shit that you want to do. You got to come back home to work. You got to come back and be on somebody else's time. And I never wanted to be like that. I never had that in me to work for someone. Never in my life. I never wanted to work a 9 to 5. And I was always telling God, give me the knowledge that's going to allow me to be adequately take care of my bills and my expenses, so I no longer have to stress my body, mind, and soul in a place where I don't feel like I'm needed to be, right? Some people are great at what they do. I'm great at what I have. So what I'm great at having is communication and knowledge and discipline. And I know I'm understanding that if I stay at it, I'm going to be able to create the riches within myself, because the kingdom is with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm a God. So God always say everybody is a God. You know what I'm saying? As long as you understand that, you tap into your highest frequency in the world, you tap into your highest chakras, man. You just want to be in that space of just understanding yourself, unlocking those chakras. And I finally understand it. You know, when people say, I'd rather be at peace with myself than and at war with the world than at world with myself and peace with the. Let me say that again. I'm so sorry, guys. I'd rather be at peace with myself and at war with the world, in comparison to being at war with myself and being peace with the world. So Nipsey Hussle said that, man. I think someone else obviously said that, probably some other person, but I'm going to say Nipsey Hussle made that up. You know what I'm saying? He created that shit. So shout out to Nipsey, man. R.I.P., man. It was amazing, man, who just understood the real tales of wealth and this entrepreneurship and this business in general. But we have to understand, like, everybody who comes in our life is for a reason, and it may be for a season, maybe for a lifetime. It just depends on how you look at it. It depends on how your situation plays out. Not everybody has the same situation. Not every shoe fits the same. And you just want to be out there as much as possible, exploring the world, whether it's in your city, whether it's in your state, whether it's just doing things that you love, hiking, painting, singing, drawing, whatever you like doing, man. Do it to your fullest potential. Accept that, embrace it, and at the end of the day, man, things will work out for the better. So I appreciate you guys for listening to Road to Business podcast. It's been an amazing journey. Rio de Janeiro, we outside, baby. I'm about to go get me some coffee, get myself up and running, and then I will keep you guys posted on the next podcast episode when I drop some more along with this.
Hey, what's up, you guys? It is Royce Bertrand, your host of Road to Business podcast. Right now, I'm in the forest, sitting right in front of the waterfall, man. It's amazing. A lot of things going on right now that I can't explain. It's just so surreal, you know, to really see the waterfall and being with other people who are from Brazil and also other ethnicities and cultures. We're enjoying this, I would say this view, you know what I'm saying? It's like a 6-hour hike, but at the end of the day, man, I feel like this is what I love to do. I'm actually here just putting my feet in this cold water, and I wanted to record this podcast, you know, obviously on my voice memo and upload it later on alongside the other episodes I made. But another day in Rio de Janeiro, man, is another day, another dollar. and I'm grateful to be here. Honestly, this trip's been very eye-opening to me, to a point where I'm really considering, man, I'm really considering a lot of things about my future, and I really just want to come out here and just really experience life to the fullest, because I feel like the days I'm here isn't really giving me the whole idea of Brazil, because everybody's saying go to Salvador as well, go to Sao Paulo. So obviously I didn't have a chance to put those on my itinerary. But nonetheless, I'm grateful to be in Rio de Janeiro. I'm grateful to meet amazing people, met amazing women as well who just showed me love. My tour guides, and everybody in general, man, so nice over here, willing to help. Some people in other countries, they're not really open to helping, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to name any countries, but I did have some pushback from some other countries. They're like, but here in Rio, it's like, you have the Black and Hispanics and other ethnicities. This is the largest Afro-Latin country in the world, you know what I'm saying? As far as just having the biggest Black population that is Brazilian, that does speak Spanish. So I'm grateful to be amongst these people, because I don't have to feel singled out, you know what I'm saying? When I walk into a shop, even though they know I'm a gringo, as they would call it, tourist or American, I still consider myself, and I tell them, hey, I'm Haitiano, I'm ID, you know what I'm saying, from Haiti, so I don't really like to just be considered just a gringo. I feel like that's just, I don't know, I feel like it's a little bit offensive, like, oh, you just American. No, I'm not, you know what I'm saying, I'm Haitian, I speak Creole, I speak a little bit of French, je parle français tout beaucoup, and other than that, like I said, I'm here. I'm just here enjoying the food. This morning, I took a motorcycle to get to my tour, because Uber would have took me about 40 minutes. But honestly, at the end of the day, man, I took a motorcycle. It took me about 25 minutes, and my ass is hurting. I'm not going to lie to you guys, because you got to hold on tight, man, when you're riding on them shits. But I was able to get here on time a little bit after my actual tour date, which is 8 o'clock, but I got here around 8:15. But other people came here at 8:30, 8:45, so I don't feel too bad at all coming late. But like I said, man, it's an amazing experience. To all my young men out there, to all my young women out there, please visit as many countries as possible. Open your mind up to new possibilities. I'm a young, rich nigga, man. I'm young and rich, you know what I'm saying? I always say this, it's going to happen. I'm going to be rich before 30. And whoever doesn't like it, man, it's between you and God, you know what I'm saying? But I know what favor, I know what I understand, and I'm just working on just being a better man and being a greater person in society, a greater leader. So I want you guys to really take in consideration everything that's going on in this world right now. All the wars, all the backlash, all the racism, a lot of gender inequalities, a lot of opinions on both sides of the world. Everybody's against everybody, or everybody's in war. But I feel like what brings us together is music, food, and that community. And I feel like you really got to have that if you want to be successful in life without having to have much to say. I feel like you don't need much, bro. You just need a little bit of love, a little bit of food, a little bit of community, and shit. I feel like you fulfilled in life other than that. And besides, Rio is very inexpensive for everybody who's wondering. I mean, I probably paid $2, $3, $4 for a motorcycle, $5, $6 for an Uber. Obviously, it adds up, but it's not like America where from Atlanta airport to my spot, it's 30, 40, 50 bucks. You know what I'm saying? Some bullshit. So that's the only thing I'm kind of like about, because I got to go back to Atlanta and shit like that. And it's just there's bullshit in Atlanta going on right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying nothing's wrong with Atlanta. Atlanta's a great place, but I just feel like I outgrew Atlanta. Honestly, I feel like I outgrew it mentally. I'm not going to say financially, because obviously I'm still working my way up as being successful, but I really just want to have as much as success as possible so I can be able to, conquer the world and see much of the world. So other than that, man, I appreciate you guys for Roll the Business podcast. All my listeners, all my viewers. I'm going to continue to add to this episode throughout the day. And like I said, it's going to be one big episode, so you guys going to kind of have the whole overall gist of it. But right now it's 10:44 a.m. I'm in Rio de Janeiro, baby. I'm in the forest. We're doing this tour hike in the Tanzania forest, I believe that's how you spell it. But I'm dipping my feet in this cold ass water, swaying it back and forth, man. Really feeling the sand, really taking it in, really embracing the culture, just really taking the atmosphere in. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really into the photos, so many videos. I really want to sit here and embrace it. Yesterday I got invited out by a nice young lady, but I was a little skeptical about it. And when I talked to my tour guide about it, she's like, oh, no, she just likes you, man. She just want to go out with you and stuff. I was like, okay, well, because, sometimes you got to be careful. Get drugged, kidnapped, beat the fuck up, killed probably. So he just told me, nah, people in Brazil isn't really like that. You have your bad bunch of everybody, but, you'll know who's bad and you know who's good. And where she invited me was a public place, so I'll really take that consideration next time I come. I'm going to be a lot more open. Like I said, I'm just here solo, so I'm not really too quick to go jump out with certain different people and random people, even though I can, but I'm a little bit more.
You guys could hear the difference in my voice right now. Honestly, man, wow, I'm so sick. I came down with a slight fever. I don't know if it's my allergies, and you know how you feel like your whole body's hot? You know what I'm saying? Like your head, your body, your toes, your fingers. I was just laying in bed after I came from this forest hike, and it was a really nice forest hike, don't get me wrong, but I feel like my body was just fighting something I couldn't feel, couldn't see, because I was honestly on that forest walk, and I felt like I was going to pass out, man. Since we was there from 8 to like 2:30, it was just horrific. Like, it was just, sun was beaming. It went from cold, it went from hot when we first started out in the forest. The deeper we got, cold. Then went, sorry about that, you guys. Then we went into a bat cave, and I feel like that what kind of tipped the scales. You know what I'm saying? Because it kind of just went about getting a little bit worse as far as like the temperature changing. I mean, I knew the temperature changed because, for one, I got goosebumps on my body, but for two, I could see my breath in the bat cave, like literally. Like, I was like, yo, this is crazy. So I was really just, trying to get out of there as soon as possible. But I feel like the tour just kept getting longer for some reason. He promised us we'll be out there by 1, but then he ended up taking an extra hour and a half, which is nothing against him. Like I said, I'm in Rio right now, so I do want to enjoy and soak up as much as possible. And they kept telling me walk. They kept telling me take a shower in the rainfall. I said, bro, I'm not taking a shower in the rainfall. Like, I'm not taking a shower in the waterfall because my body don't react the same like you guys. You guys kind of built this immune. You guys are used to this, you know what I'm saying, over here. So if I do take a shower, my body might go into shock. I was able to dip my feet in the water, cool my body off. Because, like I said, you guys, it was just definitely something I was just foreseeing, right? I didn't get a chance to be hydrated. I believe he said it was a store up there, but I never seen a store, so that's what kind of made things a little bit worse as far as not getting no liquids in my body. I did have some coffee in the morning, probably like a swivel of water, like a cup of water and shit, and just a little sandwich. But other than that, man, I was parched, bro. I'm never gonna lie to you guys. So first and foremost, if you're ever going on excursions, make sure you always fill up on liquids, foods, even little snacks throughout the day, right? Because you just want to make sure everything is all said and done, especially when it comes down to your health. And I'm someone who takes my health very serious. So to go through that today, it was kind of reckoning. It kind of happened yesterday. It started yesterday. So I ran to the pharmacy down the street. Uber dropped me off in the wrong way. And mind you, I'm sick, like nose running, head hurting, body aching. He dropped me off at the wrong place. And I give him a 1 star. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to lie to you guys. I give him 1 star because of that shit. So, he dropped me off. So I had to walk like 7 minutes away to the real pharmacy. Because the place he dropped me off, there was no pharmacy. I went to the front desk. They're like, no pharmacy here. Like, they like, yo, you dropped off the wrong place. So I was able to, luckily, thankfully, thanks to God, I was able to think quick on my feet and use Google Maps as far as, Apple Maps as far as finding a pharmacy. And, it gives you walking, route as well. So I was able to take that route. And yeah, man, it was an experience. If you hear me cut off the podcast a few times and I'm yawning and stuff, and my eyes are just watery, you guys, I really think it's my allergies. Like, it's crazy. Like, I know my allergies, but this is something else. My throat hurting, my body's aching. But yeah, me going to the pharmacy, I grabbed some ibuprofen. My sister was like, yo, you need Advil. I'm like, oh my God. So now I got to try to go right back to the pharmacy again and try to find me some Advil. But most importantly, I'm just here, you know what I'm saying, being grateful that God gave me an opportunity not to only see the world, but also do it respectfully to the people who are from Brazil, especially the culture that embraced me, you know what I'm saying. They're very nice here, you know what I'm saying. They're very embracing because there's black people here too, you know what I'm saying, as far as the ones that speak Portuguese, but Brazil has a really great relationship with not only Haitians, but just the African country itself. I was able to experience that warmthness and that embracement. But yeah, man, it's a dream come true. I finally made it to Rio. Honestly, right now, I don't think I'm gonna take a trip soon. I might be taking a trip soon again in a few months, but right now is just go time, back to work, back to grind mode. And most importantly, just being in the place where I'm thankful for God and what He has done for me. Like, I know I talk about God a lot on here, but I really want you guys to understand. Like, I used to sleep on the air mattress, you know what I'm saying? And people used to laugh at me saying, bro, what you gonna do with your life? Like, real estate ain't gonna take care of you, bro. Like, you gonna need money for real estate. I'm like, okay, cool. Well, we gonna figure it out regardless. That's what I do. And I feel like God would never give you a vision that you can accomplish and that He don't see you accomplish it, right? Everything is up to you as far as how far you think you could go. But don't just limit yourself to like the possibilities of mankind, right? Think astronomical, think ether, think celestial, think godlike. And I've been on semen retention for so long, so I feel like my vibration is definitely up to like up in the stars, like up in the clouds, like so far beyond astronomical reach right now. So I'm definitely high vibrational, but I can feel it. I can feel the stairs. I can feel manifestations coming in. I can feel things that I normally wouldn't be sensitive to. I could feel those, a lot more energy. But I actually went on semen retention, I think like a year, 2 years ago, 8 months. And my God, I was feeling like God, like, so I'm definitely back on that energy. I don't know how long I've been on semen retention right now, probably a few months. But that doesn't matter, right? The only thing that matters is that I rewired my brain to think highly of myself despite what the circumstances life throws at me. And I'm always ready to go. You know what I'm saying? I'm always on go. And I'm thankful for God. I'm thankful for God. I'm thankful for the things He blessed me with. A beautiful sister, a loving family, a loving mother. RP my dad, who couldn't see me grow up, a little bit older. But sometimes I cry. Sometimes I cry randomly because I used to think, damn, who am I going to talk to about women? Who am I going to talk to about being married? Who am I going to talk to about finding a woman? You know what I'm saying? Just this man talking. I can't talk to my mom about that. I can't talk to my sister about that, even though they understand. But it's different when you're a guy talking to a guy, right? And I feel like that's one of the things I kind of hold dearly to my heart. But other than that, man, I'm grateful. Like I said, I'm thankful that I was able to come out here safe and sound. God allowed me to land safely. I'm going to make it back safely. I'm already speaking to existence because by the time you guys hear this, I'm already going to be back home because my laptop doesn't have the adapter. So I was able to get an adapter from one of the other guys who I told you guys in the previous listening episodes that we barter services and stuff. But yeah, like I said, I'm just here just enjoying everything, the food, the drinks. Definitely is just amazing opportunity. I would recommend anybody to come out here, honestly. And if you don't get a chance to come out here, like really make it a priority to some way, somehow find yourself around the world at least once a year, twice a year if you're more blessed, and then everything more than that. Like you working on some other type of money, like you grinding for it. So I really wish the best for you guys. Tomorrow I leave, you know what I'm saying? I'm not disappointed at all because I kind of feel like I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even disappointed. I feel like I was supposed to do 8 days. I ended up doing 6 days, but it's fine though, because I feel like in the day I was able to really embrace the culture. And even though I didn't see everything, I feel like the things I was able to see, like a lot of people will dream about, you know what I'm saying? Wish about. So I'm really just here, taking it all in. I got a cigar in my hand. I have yet to light it. It's still the cigar I got from Saturday and shit. So I think it was Saturday or Sunday. I don't know which day I got it. But like I said, today's Wednesday. It's 7 o'clock. It's probably 6 o'clock right now back home, U.S. So, we are 1 hour above in Rio. So I was able definitely to just get myself around, even though I don't know the language as much. I was able to use Google Translate, and I was able to use hand signals, you know what I'm saying? For agua, I kind of knew agua was water, but they don't really say that up here, even though I think they do say it. But I said uno agua, uno Gatorade, and I pointed at stuff, so forgive me for my voice. So they kind of understood. As far as the food and everything, I didn't really know. So I had to use ChatGPT. Shout out to Chat, man, just translating the menus for me. As well as Google Translate and stuff like that, be able to speak to them, and then be able to get that response, in a good way. I get a lot of stares, and I feel like it's because people know I'm a tourist and everything, but I do feel like at the same time, I get a lot of stares because I'm high vibrational. My skin is glowing, you guys. So make sure you follow me, Developed by Mo on Instagram. I know I kind of changed my Instagram name because I felt like I needed to, I don't know, I might go back to building _moist, so I don't know. Sometimes my life just be up and down. Sometimes I like trying new shit out, but other than that, man, you guys, I hope you guys are safe. I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast and my episodes. I'm going to drop one more episode tomorrow. Well, I'm going to add to these episodes. I'm making a whole collage. And that's going to be my last day tomorrow. I leave at 2 o'clock. My checkout time is 2. The flight is at 9, so I'm 7 hours at the airport. But it doesn't matter, bro. Like, I'm getting the rest in. I'm trying to be in by 8 o'clock tonight. I'm about to go get some food. Check out by 2 o'clock. Clean up the B&B, even though it's not really much to clean up. It's just really just clothes laying around everywhere. But at the end of the day, man, I'm thankful I was able to come here, make it here safe, and just, just be respectful of everything that came before me. I was able to see a lot of African heritage and hear a lot about the slavery that took place. About 3 million people coming to Rio was taken from Africa, and Portugal also did their thing. So it was kind of sad to hear those things, but now Rio is very diverse, and I feel like that's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? Seeing black people speak Portuguese. I'm like, yo, you black? Every person I see that's black, I'm like, you black? And they're not black at all. They're just Portuguese. But it doesn't matter, bro. I feel like
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm back home. I'm not in the studio as of yet. I'm just doing it off my phone, but everything has worked out, you guys. It was crazy because I was meaning to make a podcast episode the other day. And that was because yesterday my flight got delayed. Well, 2 days ago my flight got delayed, so they gave me an extra day in Rio. You know what I'm saying? Like dead ass. But I didn't even get a chance to really take advantage of it because I was just so tired and stuff like that from the night before, getting packed, you know what I'm saying? And just like having to be out my Airbnb for a few hours. But first and foremost, shout out to Delta. They made an extreme decision, and it was just something that was just so amazing, you know what I'm saying? As far as like how they catered us, you know what I'm saying? Our flight got delayed, and when they gave us the flight, bro, it was like, hey, like, you paid for this flight, you paid for this type of stuff, you finna get a hotel with it too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, bet. Because I was already thinking about going get another spot that night and be like, you know what? At the end of the day, I'm just gonna see if I can stay out here 2 more days. You know what I'm saying? Because that was really me, bro. But I was like, well, God, you allowed me to stay another here. So they gave us a hotel to stay at overnight. I met some amazing people that was moving from different states, also connecting flights. Some people from Dallas, some people from Seattle, some people from LA, Louisiana, you know what I'm saying? It was just a bunch of people, like Bahamas. It was just a bunch of people I was able to meet. And I just felt really connected, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm the type of person, but I'm going to tell you this. When the flight got delayed, right, we had no choice but to get off the plane because they said that the plane part was not functioning, right? So we're like, huh? like find us another plane. You know what I'm saying? We're in Brazil. But I think Brazil only has one or two terminals for Brazil. I think so, because it's only one flight. I think it's 1 or 2 flights that fly out to Brazil every night. You know what I'm saying? But if you go to Brazil, man, first and foremost, you're going to love Brazil. Like, Brazil is so lit because it's not just the food, it's outside. Like, you really could be outside every day. Like, real shit, y'all. You could really be outside. And I think that's what I thrive in, that community, that outsideness. I don't like being inside and shit. I hate being inside. You know what I'm saying? I like being outside. I like being inside. But I like to do things that are different. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just going out, standing around, bullshitting. You know what I'm saying? In Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? Other places, just standing around the club, bullshitting, man. Not dancing, not yelling, not saying shit, just bullshitting, bro. Just nonsense. But people in Brazil, they having a great time. They get you to dance. They get you to, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's just there. Obviously, it's taking a getting used to. But I was able to look at it from a bird's eye view and say, listen, this is what I like. Even if that's not for you, bro, I looked at myself playing sports out there because they have tennis, basketball, soccer. You see all type of people every day playing a sport, bro. So it's nothing to just say, oh, I can't be outside. It's nothing to do. It's something to do every day. You will have so much to do. You'll run out of stuff to do. You know what I'm saying? So it's really stuff to do all day long. But I'm grateful I was able to go out there, man, and meet some amazing people. Like I said, the connecting flight, the delayed flight, they ended up getting us a hotel. We ate some sandwiches that night. They gave us some dinner sandwiches, but I still respect the Windsor Hotel in Florida. That was the name of the hotel, you guys. Amazing hotel. And it just was something that I was able to look at, like, okay, these people are really taking care of us. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand Delta does some
cool things, but that was just really exceptional behavior and just like, I don't know, man. You know what I'm trying to say. But so we ate breakfast that morning. It was all you could eat buffet, and I tore that shit up, man. They was looking at me like I was a hungry person. I was like, hey, listen, I didn't eat all last night, man, because I'm at the airport. So when I ate, I'm someone I don't want to eat too much. You know what I'm saying? Because I got to use the bathrooms and I got to use you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, let me not eat too much. So me eating is moderately. So I got to eat a few hours before I even board the flight. There's nothing really that I have done, but I just want to protect myself and make sure, listen, if I'm going to be sitting around for 9 hours, I want to make sure I don't have to get up and use the toiletry because I hate walking up and down the aisle. I hate saying excuse me when the other person next to me is asleep. You know what I'm saying? Just a lot of shit I just don't like sometimes. So that's why I'm low-key got to use the aisle seat now. I got to use it a little bit of the aisle seat because the aisle seat kind of gives you a sense of like, independence. You know what I'm saying? Like you can hurry up and get up and leave, get your bag, go to the bathroom if you need to. So I kind of was like, damn, I should have got the aisle seat. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes growing up, I was so big on the window seat. Now I understand the aisle seat is really the best seat. You get me? But yeah, man, I was just really, excuse me, guys. The elevation out there was just crazy and stuff. So, it was messing with my allergies in my chest. But essentially, like, I really just was in a realm of saying, thank you, God, for everything. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you guys in the previous podcasts and everything, I really was just supposed to be out there for like 6 days. But I was able to get out there for 7 days and I was able to, go across the street and get some food and all that good stuff. And then just, call it a trip, you know what I'm saying? So one thing I couldn't say about that trip though, it taught me a lot about just understanding myself and being more out and open. I was cool with everything, you know what I'm saying? I was really chill. I didn't really go for like nothing, out there for real. I wasn't too pressed on the women, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't go out there with the intention to say, I'm gonna have sex with these women. Like, a lot of dudes go out to Brazil and the first thing they think is sex, you know what I'm saying? But I don't think like a lot of dudes. This is why I tell people I'm at a higher frequency. So I definitely understand how people out there could get caught in a lost cause. You know what I'm saying? Because you could definitely lose yourself out there. But what I'm just trying to tell you guys is you don't have to go out there for what everybody else is going out there for. You could create your own reality. And I went out there just to see my life as independent, outside, sporty, eating good, you know what I'm saying? Because my skin really cleared up out there. I just got a lot darker. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Not too dark, but that sun, you know what I'm saying? That sun out there, no joke. So I really made amends with myself saying, Mo, you know what I'm saying? What you want in life is yours. Like it's already mine. Like I'm already lit. And I don't really have any problems with anything in life. Everything that I want comes to me. It doesn't ever have to run away from me. So that's the affirmation I want to tell myself and regurgitate out here in this podcast. But what I want to let you guys know is you could do whatever you want in life. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, they don't find themselves until it's too late. And too late could just be when they're too old or they finally just like, let me run that back. Nothing is too late, but failure to realize can be an implication of ignorance that could also result in you losing out on opportunities, some of your life, as well as some memories. So when I tell you guys this, I'm not telling you guys this not to chase your dreams because you're going to fail sometimes, you're going to do good. Like I told you guys all the time, before I started traveling, I never had any real funds to travel. But then I noticed my mom used to travel all the time. And I used to always go to the airport, not noticing that's a portal. Like that's a portal to another timeline. You shifting another timeline. So the energy when I was young, I always been to the airport a lot. You know what I'm saying? We've been dropping my mom off to the airport since I was little. So I understand like my mom is definitely cool. Like she's definitely a dope person. And I see that about her. I see how she was able to travel all the time and come back. And that's fun. Like you fun. You having fun. You can go back to your country, come back here, have fun, do this and this and that. And I see why people go to Brazil, like who's real big in family. They go every 6 months to Brazil. If they have family, every 4 months, you know what I'm saying? Depending on how close and how many times they want to go. And then you kind of see that culture as a very community-based culture. A lot of people nowadays, they don't understand that if you want to succeed in life is not hard. It's just, you just got to remain consistent. And this is something I kind of preach to all you guys, is just, even though I may not have 20,000 followers and I may not have this and this and that, I will have the people who will listen to me in hundreds of thousands, millions. This podcast is going to fall on the right ears, right? And the right person is going to listen to it and be like, God damn, this is some real good shit. Because he's saying some real stuff that most people are afraid to say or never get the chance to say or even put on the mic to say. We always hear good advice, but only in person. We never get a chance to capture that, right? So I tell people, like, you want to really capture your youth. You want to do as much as possible. Try that new thing. It doesn't matter if it fails or not. If you're looking at the likelihood of it failed, you already failed. But if you're looking at it from, this could be something that could change my life for the better, you have now an opportunity to change your life for the better, right? I didn't sit here and create this podcast to hear myself speak all the time. I created it also to give you guys the information that I wish someone had told me. You know what I'm saying? Or even when they do tell me this information, I relate it to you guys. I give it to you guys. Because I tell people all the time, if you listen to my podcast, you lit. You know what I'm saying? You should be using the information I tell you guys. And this is just getting your mindset right. You don't have to worry about nothing else. You get your mindset right, right? Your mindset is only positive, only seeing the possibilities of everything. I always tell myself that I find change, I find an opportunity to never change my way that comes my way. You know what I'm saying? I always find solutions to my obstacles. I have no financial restraints when traveling. You get what I'm saying? These are things I repeat to myself. I affirm to myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm young and wealthy. You get me? So if you don't say these things to yourself, you don't brainwash yourself, who else is going to get to brainwash you? The outside world. The social media platforms you look at all day when you're comparing your life to everybody else. The people that tell you they bad, you know, advice and futuristic things that could go wrong with this shit that you're trying to start or the person you're trying to become. You don't want to be around these type of energies. You want to completely get rid of these people and things and events that's causing these problems. If you have a drinking problem, stop that shit. The Bible tell you could get tipsy pretty much. You could get wine, you know, you could bask in it, but don't drown in it. Don't become a drunken man, because a drunken man is now a fool. He's open up to so many evil spirits and malicious intents that he cannot even control his own tongue or actions. You know what I'm saying? He's open to a lot of entities as well. So you got to really realize you can have a little sip here and there, but don't be walking around here not knowing where you at. You know what I'm saying? I didn't tell you not to go out to the club. I just tell you, you got to do it moderately. You going out every night, but you doing it in a way where it's not healthy, right? If you out here celebrating a week, every 2 weeks, that's cool. Maybe every day is your thing, but do it with an intent to say, hey, listen, if I'm at this club, I'm at this club because boom, 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 I'm a promoter. I'm doing this. Oh, it's my homegirl birthday. It's my birthday. Okay, it was her birthday. So we all had 3 club days in a row. That's cool. That's acceptable. That's your people. You know what I'm saying? But you don't want to be that person that becomes your identity. Oh, you always in a club. Or you always have the identity of, oh, you always traveling. Man, you always making good business decisions. Man, you always making good investments. Man, you always doing this and this and that. Hey, girl, you always looking this and good. You always looking good. You always got yourself apart. You always respecting yourself as a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, congratulations on the school, on you graduating. This is a great thing you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You want people to say those things about you. And even though they say negative things about you, you still shouldn't inherit that. I'm just telling you to filter out the bullshit. So, you know what I'm saying? So, it doesn't matter how life is treating you, right? DMX said something I was watching the other day. He was like, God is going to give you so many tests when you're a Christian and when you believe in him, only so your faith in him could be strengthened. But when you come out of it, it's going to be a long battle, but you're going to be coming out of it stronger and smarter. And then you're going to be able to use that to let him know, like, listen, I understand. And that's how you get higher up in ranks with God. And I tell people all the time, man, you don't have to be all sit down-ish and listen to the word from a preacher every day. But it's always good to go to church and sit down and listen and ask God and tell God the things you want and become that person, right? Don't just say, God, I want to become a successful entrepreneur. And then you sit around all fucking day. You don't do nothing to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? You just continually working towards nothingness. You're not having no goals, no set, no plans. And these are things that could be detrimental to your success. So you want to sit down and you want to brainstorm this. If it's going to take you 3 hours to just sit there and listen to some music, have some incense burning, whatever, man, have some good music playing in the background with a little audio of the TV, have that, man. Have that sanctuary that you're creating, but you got to get in that mode of that feeling of, okay, cool, let's get something going. Let's try to make $20,000 a month. Let's do $30,000 a month. Let's do $100,000 a month. A lot of people don't understand these are things that are possible for anybody, even millions a month, billions a year. Shit. We see it every day. We hear about it. So God is providing everybody with the opportunity to be like, listen, I'm going to give you a brain. I'm going to give you ideas, and I'm going to give you 24 hours. And what do you do with that is your decision. You're going to have free will to do whatever you want. This is an avatar of yourself. Whatever you decide to do, that's you. So some people win, some people lose, but those who lose don't really lose. They stop trying. So I tell people all the time, man, keep working towards your goals. Allow the blessings to follow you, and you don't have to chase down the blessings, right? Because the blessings are going to be made available to you. So once again, I appreciate you guys for listening to Roll the Billions podcast. Once again, I appreciate you guys for enjoying the journey of me going to Rio, speaking to you guys on everyday events and giving you guys live feedback, and just really able to give you guys the real moments of privacy that I was able to share with you guys, and just my experience here in visualization, in a sense, you know what I'm saying? But it's a dope experience that I was able to record this podcast in Brazil. This podcast specifically was just recording at my home, but like I said, them other podcasts were recorded in Brazil. So I definitely got that experience and that energy and that audio. But yeah, man, it's definitely an experience. And I want to say thank you to everybody who's been supporting me all my life in real estate. For those who haven't been supporting me, I don't pay no mind. You guys take care. Make sure you like and review and share this podcast with others, and listen to my other episodes as well. Thank you.
Back to school is busy enough. The last thing you need is shopping that makes it harder. Whether you're moving into a dorm, your first apartment, or just getting organized for the semester, Wayfair makes it easy to get everything you need in one place. Furniture, bedding, storage, decor, study essentials, all at prices you'll love, with fast shipping before move-in day. Get everything you need for back-to-school season. Shop Wayfair.com today.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Whatever your goal, trade show giveaways, client gifts, or team gear, 4imprint has the promo products to match. With thousands of options, from apparel and drinkware to tech and totes, it's easy to find the right fit for your brand and budget with standout choices at every price point. And with their 360-degree guarantee, you can be 4imprint certain your order will show up just right on time. Explore more at 4imprint.com.
4imprint.